Guys, I'm going to show you how we can get all 11 of the trophy/achievements for Battlefield's REDSEC DLC mode. Some of these you can only get in the Battle Royale modes, and some you can only get in the Gauntlet modes, and a few you can get in either. So first up, we're going to cover the Battle Royale modes. So to make this easier, we're going to leverage a training mode. So go to training and then select Initiation Battle Royale. Do note this mode is likely to not be around for very long, as noted in the description of the mode itself. So get on this one while it's still available. This mode will start with as few as 12 players and a maximum of 16 human players, with the rest being bots. As you can imagine, this makes winning the game a little bit easier. It makes doing the missions easier. Really, it just makes everything easier. That said, the 100-person mode will work just fine if Initiation is no longer available. Okay, so you have to play 74 matches of Battle Royale. And while you're playing those 74 matches, we're going to get the following 7 trophies. And after your 74th match and those other 7 trophies, you'll finally pop the achievement, May the Odds Forever Be in Your Favor. And I hope your version of popping it is significantly less undignified than mine. Okay, collecting the dog tags. This requires getting takedowns in Battle Royale or Gauntlet. Easiest way to do this is just to down an enemy by any means, and once they're down but not dead, run up to them and get a takedown. And once you have your 9th, you will pop the trophy. For Army of 2, we have to win 7 matches in Duos Battle Royale. Again, you want to use Initiation Battle Royale if it's available still. Remember, you have to play 74 matches anyway, so you don't have to get all 7 wins in a hurry. This is not a cheese method. You will still need to play the game and you will still need to win. And if you can team up with someone awesome, then do so. In my case, that was the excellently skilled killer Jeroen, who totally carried the day. Sorry, buddy, I know I still butchered the pronunciation. You're not going to win every match, but you will win some. And after you get your 7th win, you will pop the trophy. While you're getting your wins, you're also almost certainly going to unlock Everybody Fights, Nobody Quits. For this, you simply have to get a win and have the entire team of 2 or 4 if you're playing quads alive at the time the victory screen pops. Okay, let's talk about mission accepted. 214 missions in any version of Battle Royale. So again, we need 214 missions and we have to play 74 matches anyway. So again, via a process of very complicated math involving supercomputers and protractors, we can tell that we need to do 3 missions per match. So you're doing your 74 missions, you're trying to get some wins, and every one of those matches you should aim to do 3 missions. Sometimes you'll only do 1, but other times you'll do 5, so just aim for 3 and you'll get there in the end. I was using the Initiation Battle Royale mode, and I'd always land at Fleet View Ridge because it's super boring and very few people ever land there. So spend the first 90 seconds or so just gearing up, just in case somebody does turn up. And then at about the 90-second mark, maybe 120 seconds, you're going to get the first new missions you can do. Pick one that's close by. And I would often do 3 missions without seeing a single other player other than my squad mate, and that includes the bots in the match. Obviously, once you've done your 3 missions, or maybe you get to do 4 or 5 even, don't leave your partner hanging, don't just quit the match, just finish the match. You'll probably die anyway, or you might get one of your wins, so hang in and finish it out. And somewhere around your 74th match, you will have completed your 214th mission and popped the trophy. Okay, ping in that shotgun. So for 98% of you, you did this in your first or second match, but for a few of you, it appears that there are no shotguns in the game at all. Keep looking, you will find one, I guarantee it.
Extra shotgun marked.
Open every crate you can, and when you eventually find it, hit your left bumper and you'll pop the trophy. Next up, Collector for looting 10 superior or custom items. You'll almost certainly get this just by playing your 74 matches each time you go to a custom weapon drop. Pick any of the custom weapons in it. But if you want to pop it in a hurry and cheese it, you can just drop your custom starting pistol 10 times. Bring up your inventory by long pressing on the touchpad, use D-pad to select your pistol, then the right trigger to drop it, then just pick it up again. Do that 10 times. And on your 10th pickup, you'll pop the trophy. Deploying the 42 call-ins is also something that'll probably just happen while you're doing your 74 matches and your 7 wins, but you do have to be a little conscious of it. You do a call-in by double bumpering after you've picked up the call-in out of a crate, and you want to see that called in notification. That's 1 of 42. What I was doing is if I already had an airstrike, for example, and I found another airstrike, then I would just go burn the one I've already got, get my call in,
Position marked. Scale fire. Go on.
and then go pick up the airstrike that I found before, so I'm back to having an airstrike. However you do it, after your 40-second call in, you will pop the trophy.
Target marked. Fire for effect.
Now let's cover the ones you either have to do in Gauntlet or are best to do in Gauntlet. So first up, we've got to play 125 rounds of Gauntlet. Note, this is rounds, not matches. This means if we got to the third round on our first match and our squad failed to proceed past that third round, that's 3 rounds of our 125 done. At the time I'm recording this, there's no good way to track how many rounds you've done, but you can guesstimate it with sites like Tracker GG. If you go to modes, look at how many matches of Gauntlet you've played and multiply that number by your typical number of rounds that you managed to achieve in a match of Gauntlet, you'll have a reasonably good idea of where you are with regard to number of rounds done. And once again, I hope your 125th round is less undignified than mine was. Okay, getting 316 stuns. You can do this in either mode, Gauntlet or Battle Royale. It is just way easier to do in Gauntlet. Want to make sure you're using the Assault class, make sure you have the stun grenade equipped, and the M32 thermal launcher. The grenade will stun in a fairly large area of effect, but you only have one of those. That's what you're looking for, an enemy stun notification, in this case 2 of them. The grenade launcher will only stun if the shell pretty much directly hits the enemy, but you at least do have 2 shells of those. The strat I tended to use was use the grenade on groups of people and the launcher on downed but not dead enemies. Since you'll probably die a lot in Gauntlet anyway, you'll get more ammo when you redeploy. When you finally get your 316th, you will pop the trophy. Okay, let's talk about these revives for Rise from Your Grave. If you're doing it legit, then Gauntlet's a really good mode for this since there are 4 of you in the squad and everybody dies a lot. Go in as support with your defibs and go crazy. I'm going to show you how you can boost it though. Assuming you do these revives as a support class, then I see no reason why these would not count towards Joyful Nurse. Check the description below to see if we've concretely confirmed whether this is the case or not. Again, we want the Initiation Battle Royale mode. We use this mode because it has half the number of people on it that the full 100-person mode does. That said, it'll work just fine on the 100-person mode too. There are many places you and your friend can do this boost. The bridges near the middle-ish of the map are fairly good, although they are open and exposed. I'm going to be showing you a couple of locations in the downtown area. Specifically these 2 buildings, they have exactly the same layout, and the elevator shafts that they both contain are exactly the right height. They're tall enough that they'll kill you if you fall down them, but not so tall that your parachute automatically deploys. You may find others boosting here already. Don't interfere. There are 2 buildings, and each building has 2 elevator shafts. There should be plenty of room. So let's get started. So here is one of the elevator shafts. The other one is right next to it. So one of you is immediately going to go up the shaft, then fall down the shaft. And your boosting buddy is going to revive you. Then your boosting buddy is going to go up the shaft, fall down the shaft, and you're going to revive him. And now it's your turn to go back up the shaft, but this time you want to keep an eye on the revive timer in the middle bottom of the screen. If you die again while that timer is active, you won't be able to be revived. So just wait till it goes away, it'll take a few seconds, and when it's gone, simply repeat the fall and the revive cycle all over again. If you're both playing as a support class, then both of you throw down a supply box, as then you'll be getting heal resupplies for some of your challenges while you're doing these revives. Both boosting partners will get about 15 revives in about 10 minutes with this method. So again, via complicated math, that's about 90 revives an hour each. Yes, it's still going to take a long time with this method, but in this case, longer means days rather than months if you weren't boosting it. You will sometimes get targeted by someone else's counter mission. If that happens, just keep an eye on the bar to the left. It will turn green once somebody accepts the counter mission, then turn orange as they're getting closer. And once it turns red, it's time to temporarily stop your boosting, shoot up to the roof, and prepare for a quick gunfight. If you survive, carry on boosting, and if you don't, then don't worry about it. Because the point here is not to win the match. Instead, you're just going to keep cycling these revives until the circle kills you, or an enemy kills you, or by some lucky miracle you actually do win the match. And as soon as you're done, by whatever means, simply exit and start matchmaking again. Note also, there is a version of this you can do with 4 people in Gauntlet, where 3 engineers are blowing themselves up with RPGs, and the support person is reviving. The engineers then redeploy, spawn on the support person, and again blow themselves up with RPGs. This is actually mathematically faster than the 2-person one, but in practicality is probably slower, since organizing the schedules of 4 people is harder than organizing the schedules of 2. Both methods work though. Have at it. If you need somebody to boost these methods with, then drop a comment below, because I'm 300% certain someone else needs it too. And that's it guys, that's how you can get all of the trophy/achievements in Battlefield's REDSEC DLC mode. Hope that helps, and I'll catch you in the next one.